We have everything set up and we are ready to go. So, for anyone who happens to tune into this and wonder why we're starting on puzzle 22, the answer is the first 21 puzzles are all tutorials. See, scroll through here. So yeah, this is a very old game. So it's gonna be a bit laggy and a bit clunky, but it inspired particularly Contraption Maker, which is basically just a remake to the point where characters are the same characters as the Incredible Machine. And yeah, it should be a little bit of fun. It's going to involve a little bit of strange thinking. So let's jump into the first proper puzzle, puzzle 22. So we've got 4 balloons, and we need to pop at least 3 of them. So what is likely to happen? So we're probably not popping this balloon. I would guess what's going to happen is we will... So this is going to drop down. It's going to trigger this monkey. Connect the monkey something. What do we connect them on? Monkey to these gears. That pops this balloon. This balloon hits the seesaw. Connect the seesaw to this monkey. Connect these 2 gears. Okay. We've got a rough plan. Let's just play it first and see. Actually. Yeah. This monkey will connect to the... This seesaw needs to connect to the monkey. These gears need to... These... Oh, okay, yeah, and this gear will connect. Hey, and welcome to the Incredible Machine. I might also have to move this chat box. I've not used this this stage for a little while. That's not what I was intending to do. Okay. Let's get it back again. So, yeah, we have to pop 3 of the 4 balloons, which I feel like we've almost done. The fact we have this gear left over is suspicious, but let's see what happens. I think, yeah, the basket will go. We can probably fix that, though. We just swap these 2 over. That should do it. Oh yeah, that's not how gears work. Can you tell I'm an engineer? Yeah, so that gear to make sure that that basket will go. And there we go. So yeah, it's like I was saying a minute ago, is this has inspired a few games. All of the baseballs, but none of the tennis. This is the DOS game. Running in the wonderfully not at all clunky DOS box. Thinking this will probably do it, because these bowling balls basically shoot the baseballs. Okay, guns are definitely in the wrong. gets a little bit trial and error. That was more aggressive than I was expecting it. Okay, so which one was correct? Okay, so that one is currently shooting the bottom baseball. Oh, and that one's not actually firing it. That would be... I feel like about there? Most, I kind of need to top spin it. Like, for whatever year this came out in, I might actually just have to have a quick look and find out. Physics in this game are... Okay, that chat box is still not in the right place, is it? That'll do. I need to work out some way of getting my chat box to look right. That's alright, it'll be fine. I might be trying to talk to somebody I know who does some design stuff to get this to look better, but for now, this is what I have. But yeah, now I've... Just with regular DOSBox, I've obviously got it working well enough. It's going to... Okay, that's got 2 of them. There we go. Okay. Oh, okay, yeah, so this is the save the balloon, and you have a single rope. I feel like that is... No, that's too much rope. No, not the balloon. There we go. But yeah, it's that's what I was doing. I was trying to work out what year this came out in. But yeah, the physics in it are really quite good. Incredible Machine. First entry in the series. 1993. So, one of the earliest games I've played on stream. Earliest technically still goes to the Quan Masters, depending on which one you count that one under. Yeah, I play old games that no one knows about, basically. I don't think I've yet played a game that's older than me, but that would also be difficult because even I'm not going to stream something like Zork. If I could get hold of a Spectrum and a capture card, I might see if I could wire them together somehow. And oh, I actually didn't look at what I was supposed to. Okay. So that balloon has to escape, and we have to pop both. Feel. Probably going to be to try and, like, rope those two together. That has to drop on the mouse. Hey, and welcome to the stream for incredibly old games. Okay. The question we have at the moment is how do we make this balloon hit this gear? Ooh. I thought I'd put that pulley down. Yeah, well, Monday to Friday, you're in luck on my channel. I have a list of games that I'm trying to work my way through, so I might try and do it in year order this week. So we had the Urquan Masters yesterday, which was 1992. We've got the Incredible Machine today from 1993. So we'll have Revenge of Purple Sneck with Warwind tomorrow, which covers 1994. Almost. I do tend to play this game in particular in a very sort of trial and error fashion. Like, this approach should work if you can just get this pulley in the right place. Didn't go. So we'll work out where to put this pulley eventually. Hey, there we go. We got there in the end. I'm looking forward to getting on to some of the later levels when you get to start playing with like the lasers and some of the more advanced things, which, again, for 1993, this game was so good. It was really somewhat bizarre that it did work this well this early. Okay, so what are we trying to do? Okay. Put the bowling ball in the cave. We got like a gun. Where can we fit the gun? Scissors? Okay, there's no scissors, but if we put the cannonball in this bucket, that should clear those out. So, try and set that up. I do also like the mathematical construct in this game of the infinite length rope. That is a very useful one. Okay, so that bowling ball is going to fire the cannon into there. Going to do. Then if we bucket, should be to make the gun fire only when it's clear. Does that look like it should work? Aha! There's the problem. Okay. Cannonball gets in the bucket. Bucket. That gets in the way. That is one of the more annoying features of this game, is just the amount of pixel-perfect precision that you need. There we go. Popping balloons on the moon. Oh, okay, so this is where they've started to play around with the sliders. So this game even has the freeform machine mode. Again, really ahead of its time. But the freeform mode lets you play with things like the gravity strength and air pressure that affects how everything works. So it's low gravity and no air pressure. Which does somewhat change how things work. Oh yeah, including the fact that now balloons sink. Which is bizarre. Okay. What have we got? Got boxing gloves, ropes, guns, and slide. So, I mean, like, the obvious thing. Well, yeah, exactly. And this is what I mean about, for 1993, the physics in this game were good. And yeah, I agree, Leslie, completely. It's, you know, we need more games like this, basically. So what I might actually do later is switch to Contraption Maker for a little bit, which is the more modern Steamified version, which is very, very similar, but runs a little bit better and has a speed up mode so that you don't have to watch the whole machine in action. I wonder if we can make the balloons shoot them. You reckon that's a thing we can do? Okay. I mean, the problem with using it to teach people physics is you will get people like me who just try and exploit the physics slightly to complete levels not in the manner you were supposed to. That balloon kind of doesn't. Which set of scissors you. Let's try this a different. Oh, I only just realised I have two slides. So, let's try dropping this other balloon onto the trampoline. Because if you're gonna do something that just sounds crazy because you're popping balloons on the moon, put a balloon on a trampoline, right? I have no idea what this is going to accomplish. Kind of hoping to knock it up onto the gears at the top. That's just going to bounce back to Earth. Can I use a gun as a deflector? Let's see if this is going to actually bounce the way I want it. And this is where Contraption Maker comes in handy, because you just set it to ×4 speed and it's over in a second. Hey, there we go. I will almost certain. Hello. I will almost certainly not be solving any of these in the way you're supposed to from now on. I apologise for the random music. It being DOSBox is a bit bizarre. And for some reason, just made me think of where in the world is Carmen Sandiego. What was my objective? Get all of the baseballs. Yeah. Is this going to be enough? Oh, yeah. Like, particularly as you get later into the game, I think that's more or less the way you're supposed to think about these puzzles. Is they will deliberately give you pieces you're just not supposed to use. Boing, boing, boing. Yeah, like, there you go. We've got all of these pieces that we just haven't used at all, which are just there to throw you off and make you think you're supposed to use them. And the answer is just 6 seesaws. Okay. So we have to raise a lot of bucket. That's also not a phrase you say very often. So this is like one of those old puzzles where it's like you have to put the right weight in the right bucket. Guessing it's just these. Ah, it's not just these. So also have to time it. The weight of this thing. What even is? Oh, button. I'm still used to caption. You can right click on these things to tell you about. So the theory here is this thing, which I think is a cannonball. I don't have a cursor on it. So the cannonball should drop in. Yeah, now. Perfect. This is where you start getting the proper crazy machines, and it's like, how do I build the sort of mousetrap level timing system to just drop all of the balls in the right containers at the right time? Hey, look, the cat is here. I can't remember what the cat is called. Pop both balloons. That balloon looks obvious. Okay, so if you roll the ball into the cat is going to move. Yep. So animals in this have their own behaviours as well. So cats will run away from being hit, which is fair enough. They will also try to eat mice. Mice will obviously run away from cats. Yeah. So you can use that to get the cat to activate the seesaw. Then to somehow get that to trigger the monkey. problem there. Can things go through the monk? They're just going to hit. Just going to hit. So we need to try and do something. This balloon here needs to be deflected because we want it to come down and hit here. It actually suggests somewhat we want a conveyor belt. Conveyor belt's going to be run off one of these gears. Hi, thanks Origin for not understanding what's streaming. I'm glad this is on window capture, not screen capture. Unfortunately, the rubber bands to connect all the gears do have a length limit, as opposed to ropes. Then the question is, are you allowed to just connect the monkey that way and have it work? Okay. So this is where it starts to get a little more complicated. You start using seesaws like pulley systems. I think. Okay, that's going the wrong way. That gear. So hopefully what happens here is we accelerate the other balloon into a ramp that knocks it down into the gear. We'll accelerate it some more into a ramp that will knock it down into the gears. There we go. That one was a slightly more lateral level. We'll put it that way. Okay. Bounce all the basketballs. This is almost certainly not ever going to be enough to be a solution. That wasn't something I planned on working. Sometimes physics. Okay. Shoot all the guns. That fires that gun. When that ball hits those. And I get this ball to hit 2. That's a good. Yes, and excellent. Hit as many scissors as possible. That balloon will trigger both of those. Oh, yeah, it's, you just. Stuff happens, and you deal with it. Honestly. I have a bunch of seesaws. Get that one. That should fire both of those guns. Then it's just working out how to fire this gun. Like that. If this works, go. We don't even need to release all of them. Which again, you probably can do it by using all of the pieces, but why use all of the pieces if you don't need to? Okay, this level looks really busy. We have to pop this. Okay. Let's see what we actually have. So we have a generator connected to a motor, or a motor plugged into a generator. Jack in the box to launch a cannonball. This ball is going to turn on this switch. Anything. Torch is with a magnifying glass going to be able to light a candle. That torch will activate this solar panel, which has another motor to it. What's that balloon actually do with them? Just go up there. Boring, but expected. That's going to power that, just power all of it. I'm genuinely starting to get curious as to what on earth you're really supposed to do here. Okay, so that will connect to that. That will connect to that. At some point, something has to start this whole process. This looks like I'm trying to create a loop. Anybody else have any suggestions? Just gonna that kind of. Okay, I can light the candle now. I'm not sure that's this one. Because that's just connected to the well, at the moment to this fan, but it's not inherently connected. That should blow. That's really all I've got. It's like this gear doesn't actually seem to serve any purpose whatsoever. So that could just be a red herring. That looks like you're not supposed to connect But then what are you going to connect this to, if anything? That suggests means you need to land this on here, which power this, which means you activate this. How do we activate this? Nothing left. It's going to be really obvious when we see it, isn't it? That powers all of these gears. Take out all of the things that I've added. Okay. Oh, okay, yeah. If you put that gear in... Yes, thank you. So you can connect there. I don't think the rocket actually explodes, but it will, like, blow up balloons if you can hit a balloon with it. So this opens up a whole load of things. Because now you're right, you connect all these. Assuming that you can get the ball to hit the torch. Okay. I'm not sure how I got the timing better before. I managed to make it worse. Again, the pixel perfectness of some of the interaction. Less than ideal. Oh. All you need to do is light this candle before that happens. Ideally, would be the thing. There we go, that looks better. Now the candle goes through. And now we find out if the rocket explodes. Okay. It just catches the balloon with the flames. But yes, thank you for pointing out that you could do that with a gear. I had genuinely not noticed that. That's why you play on stream, right? And then, people on the internet can tell you that you're being thick. Okay. So, we have to connect that to a thing. Not sure if it actually matters which way you connect to Jack in the Box. Have to do it the other way then. Up there. What else have we got? Light bulb. Like, I feel we need to do something with this basket. Let's put a fan in here. Okay, yeah, so this light bulb. If we get it to connect to this. Whee! There we go. When in doubt, hit a mouse with a seesaw. Kids, do not hit mice with seesaws. Well, that's easy. Just get that to there. Delete this. Done. So this is clearly going to be a trampolini level. Is this going to be enough? Well, that was the comical approach to failing at trampoline. There. It can't possibly not hit all the trampoline. Unless it does that, in which case it might not hit all the trampoline. Yep, this is just going to be one of those levels where you put things in the way purely to try and stop it from doing a thing. Yes, I'm trying to use a balloon to stop a bowling ball. For a moment I thought that was going to work. That is clearly not the correct place. See if that'll do. There we go. Eventually you will bounce to the right place, damn it. Come on. Climb the trampoline. Don't right click. Don't touch the mouse. Yeah, this will eventually climb the trampoline staircase and make it over the. No, don't go that way. Yes. Hey, there we go. It took a while, but it got there. Okay. Okay, yeah. The cat is Pokey and the goldfish is Bob. Okay. So they have to shoot at each other, but not hit each other. So we have to time things. So that has to roll down and hit that trampoline. And at the right time, we'll hit that seesaw. Right time, we have to cut this line such that the two buckets will bounce up into the path of the guns. I mean, technically we succeeded. We didn't actually shoot either of them. Well, okay. That was almost an approach that worked. Just another one of the incredibly timing sensitive. Might skip forward a little bit in a minute and jump to one of the levels that has some more interesting problems. Okay, well, we caught one of them. Let's skip forward, go to something that has laser. Interesting thing. Man. Fetch a pail. Okay. That's a lot of dynamite. This is the amount of dynamite where you might realistically, you're supposed to. Yep. It's, you know, it's the downside to things that were, released in 1993 is Sure, the gameplay by and large is better than a lot of what you get today, but there were technical issues that we just hadn't solved yet. Yeah. What I would probably do is I'll give Tim like 5 minutes, and then I will switch on to Contraption Maker for a little bit, just for the sake of demonstrating some alternative. Don't even first. Do with that. So close though. There we go. How to solve the more complex problems without actually really thinking about it. Okay. Let's quit out of this one for a moment. Hello, welcome to the bonus screen. Right. Screen is it I want? Okay. Let's have a quick scroll through here and have a look at the modernised version of the Incredible Machine. This one does avoid the issues of coming to a total standstill at like 4 things moving. Let's find one that I've not actually already completed. Okay, no, let's go back to something a little bit easier to start with, because pretty much impossible's pretty much impossible. Okay. Yeah, I think I've got that as well, actually. Yeah. It's, there are some good ones. Oh, yes, okay, so one of the things Contraption Maker actually adds is some physics enhancement. So you can blow candles out. And yeah, you might well have done. I have a number of games. I don't honestly keep track of all the games I have. Some of this stuff out of the way. Okay. So you've got lasers that are bouncing and reflecting off each other. Okay, so we need to block both of these lasers. Oh, yeah. So my problem is I've got a ridiculous collection on Steam. I've got good old games. So, for example, my weekend not old games stream this week could well be Kerbals. Yeah, okay. Define where the action is. Um, Yeah, it's unfortunately difficult with games like this to, unless I shrink the action, is the other answer. Okay. Should at least be more visible. It might just be slightly harder then to see the. I'm going to do that back up here. That's what that box was for. Um, it depends on the game. So a game like this, yeah, you're absolutely right. It's a very busy game graphically. So where were we? Yes. So we have to light this candle and not let it go out. So any of these green lasers will activate one of these fans and make the candle go out. I'm not entirely sure what that thing is. Oh, or that green laser, for that matter. We can use that ball to block one green laser. We need a source that isn't connected to the fans to plug a light in. I wonder if you can actually use the motor. That might. This light can like that, but be far enough away to not activate that solar panel. Which means then that all we need to do is somehow rocket. That will activate this mouse, that will activate those. We put in this mirror. Now. Okay. Okay, fine. Because we still haven't blocked this laser. Is that going to be block that laser? Yes. There you go. Also, this one does give you the official solution. Oh, okay. They did it some other way. How does this? Oh, okay. They just got it to move the candle out of the way so it never triggered the other laser. I mean, I guess that's a solution. No, we're not doing this one. This took me so long. Oh. Okay, that actually just takes you to the next level you haven't done yet. Yeah, I've spent a lot of time on light. Okay, as long as it wants us to go, let's go have a look. So, this one, you have a lit candle. You have to light all 8 of these other candles and bring this candle back to the centre. Which is even harder than it sounds, if I'm honest. So, at the moment... Oh, yeah. So, at the moment, all that happens is those blimps will fly back and forth. So... can do... something. So once the candle reaches here, this whole thing is on forever. Because, ignoring physics for a moment, the solar panel will power the light bulb, which will power the solar panel. So if we can find a belt here, connect that, and that will basically kill one of the blimps. Oh, yeah. Unfortunately, that one doesn't help so much, particularly. So we want to get the candle to land on this conveyor belt somehow. Preferably the right way up. So, yeah, there's some things. Try something like this if we get this to work. So, yeah. Okay, that did not work. So yeah, it's kind of like, I feel like we should be able to open the other trapdoor here. But then, if you do that, the candle doesn't put enough pressure on it down. Unless we can also try destroying the other blimp. That did a different thing. So yeah, this is a particularly challenging level, I found, and I spent far too much time trying to solve it eventually. But yeah. So, for now, I am going to call it there. I'm still getting back into the regular streaming, so it's only about an hour a time at the moment. But yes, thank you both for joining me for a look at crazy lateral thinking machine games from 1992 and onwards. And yeah, please feel free to check in tomorrow. We will be doing Purple Snack Wars with a return to Warwind. And we will see where we go from there. Bye.